Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Quiet on Set. I'm Stobie as always, and I am joined with the other Kev. Well, most of the other Kev, he's asleep.
Yeah, the Kev, the Kev has been here. I've done more episodes than him.
Yeah, so technically you're the Kev, but like, you were introduced as the other Kev, so it just get confusing if I changed it.
I think it'd be a bit mean if I just took over his spot. And when it was your two's idea.
Yeah, oh well.
And the editor is now in one of the driving seats of his show.
Well, that's what he asked me to do.
And I'm still trying to get Quiet on Set gaming started.
Yeah, definitely not gonna happen. This week we have The Disaster Artist, winner of the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Comedy or / musical in the Golden Globes.
Yeah, that was weird. Why can't it be two? Why is it one? Why are there two amazing comedies and musicals out?
Tough shit.
But like, it's weird. It's like Golden Globes is like that. Everyone gets something. Everyone who comes gets awards.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a joke at this point.
Oh, what did you think of James Franco not letting Tommy Wiseau talk when he
I
brought
love
on?
that.
Yeah,
I
he's like,
fucking love that.
shut up.
Yeah, don't. I want to win more awards. Shut the fuck up.
Do not speak
And now there's more sexual allegations.
against Tommy Wiseau.
No, James Franco.
Oh, rip.
And he was talking. He was like, one of the girls was like, I don't know what I did to her.
Hmm.
He's like, I genuinely have no idea what happened.
Well, see.
And the fucking Stan Lee one, he's 95.
Hmm.
Will you make your joke this time? What you said when you heard the news?
I think he's allowed to drop the hand, was that what I said? Because he's gone fucking demented or something.
He still gets paychecks.
Yeah. I feel bad for people that get fucking abused, man. It's not fair. Why is this turning into a podcast about fucking sexual abuse?
Because you made the joke, like I made some very dark jokes about some people when I heard bad news.
Yeah. So sometimes it's the only way to cope.
Yeah, yep.
Anyway, back to The Disaster Artist. This movie was just as funny / uncomfortable to watch as the actual room itself.
Have you ever watched The Room?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, either have I.
I think that's for the best.
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen in this fucking movie. I think it would be good to watch with people.
Yeah, I like the idea that he has so much money and he can't decide that he films on digital and tape
Film, yeah.
at the same time.
What a fucking weirdo though. Like he won't disclose how old he is, where he's from, where he made his money.
But it's helped him though. But it hasn't got a lot of fucking gigs.
No, because everyone's like, this dude's a fucking vampire or something.
Oh, he's such an evil guy.
Yeah. Greg's just... Alright, we're going to the fun facts.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
For some fun. Facts. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut when I start fun.
I then put the...
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
facts.
yeah.
Yeah. Greg's sister...
If I remember.
Sestero? I assume that's how that's pronounced. Because his second name is never said in the movie, which was the last opportunity to help me understand how to pronounce it.
So Greg.
So Greg...
He's the only Greg in this, so we don't need to say
stated
his name.
that when he was writing the book, Tommy Wiseau said that only two actors could play him in the adaptation, James Franco or Johnny Depp. Wiseau, who claims to have once lived in New Orleans, was a fan of Franco's performance in the film Sonny.
Sonny? What's...
No idea. Tommy Wiseau and Greg gave their approval for the casting of Dave Franco as Graves Sestero. As Greg. In real life, Greg and Tommy did not move to Los Angeles at the same time. Wiseau offered his LA apartment to Greg free of charge. Rent-free for several months, while Tommy came and went from San Francisco at random. Once Greg had booked some small gigs, Wiseau suddenly moved in full-time with into the LA apartment, demanded rent from Greg, and set up the divider in the living room as seen in the film. That's the curtain.
Right.
What a fucking weird dude. Like, just...
Yeah.
Like, most of these fun facts are just weird shit Tommy Wiseau did.
The book I heard is great, but it makes Tony seem like a monster. A rich monster.
Like, this movie kind of frames him as, like, people are mean to him because he's a bit weird. But he's super fucking weird. Like, in a bad way.
Not even in a fun way.
No, like you feel kind of bad for him at the start, but then he gets all the power and then comes kind of a dick, like.
I have the power.
I don't know. Oh, hang on. Sorry. To promote the film, the distributor rented the same billboard in the same Highland Avenue in Los Angeles that Tommy rented for the movie. The billboard was originally rented by Tommy Wiseau for 5 years.
Was it 5? I thought it was a little longer.
Yeah,
Some people think The Room was made in the 80s.
No, but that's just because of how bad it is.
Yeah, I was like, no, 2001 or 2002.
2003. Well, 2002 would have been when it was filmed, but 2003 was when it was released. Like, it's awful.
It took me a year to write, and he wrote it just for his mate.
He didn't, though. That wasn't true.
Oh.
Or it was true, and it's just weirder. Actually, no, that's one of the fun facts.
Alright, well, let's get to... let's do them in order so we don't lose track.
Yeah, James Franco spoke like Tommy Wiseau throughout each day of filming, even when he was directing. Like, he directed the...
Did he direct the movie?
He directed the movie.
Oh, sweet.
And he produced it, and he starred in it, much like Tommy Wiseau in the original Room.
But
he also had help. Actually, I don't think he actually wrote it. The screenplay was by 2 other men.
Well, it's based on a book as well.
Yeah, so... he did not direct in character, but only just spoke like Wiseau, obviously in order to not lose the voice. Seth Rogen admitted he had a hard time being directed by Franco while being interviewed on the Howard Stern show. Rogen, however, said that during the first 2 days he had a hard time containing his laughter as Franco was speaking as Tommy Wiseau with his notable European accent. Franco told Rogen he would get used to it, which he eventually did.
They're mates anyway.
Yeah, they're best mates. Like.
Much
like Greg and Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah.
In his book, Greg stated that after his first rehearsal with Tommy Wiseau, they played soccer, not football, as shown in the film. Though Wiseau still shouted touchdown after scoring the goal on Sestero. But like, he didn't score anything. He just kicked it past him like a dick. In almost every interview, the disaster artist James Franco mentions that Tommy Wiseau approves of 99.9% of the film. His only objections were the lighting of the first scene, which Franco believes was because Tommy was wearing sunglasses while watching that scene, and also for the poor way James threw the football after the first rehearsal, the way he can't throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't like that. Basically, doesn't like that they made him look stupid, even though he does that himself for free. At a Q&A screening of The Room, before production of this film began, Greg expressed an interest in playing the actor who was originally cast as Mark, who Wiseau fired and replaced with Greg himself. However, this element of the true story was left out of the final film.
Oh.
Yeah, Greg...
So didn't he fucking get... Didn't he, in the movie, like, he wrote it for his mate?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
He just wrote it because he wanted to make a movie. Because no one would cast him as anything. Because he's a fucking weird
Why
dude.
didn't he just become a studio then? We had the money to make movies. Why didn't he just open his own studio?
Because I don't know if you noticed from the end product that was The Room.
Yeah, but like, if he wrote the script right, he started a studio right, he could have got someone in to
do everything.
rewrite.
Yeah.
Studios, movies usually have 10 or 15 rewrites before anything gets done.
Not this one, baby. Not this one.
One take. We got it in one.
No, they get it in loads of takes. It's just they're all horrible.
I'm talking about writing the script, one take. No rewrites, no retrues. At one point he got distracted and he just started typing his ideas. I might have cake for dinner. Does frosting
I have
taste...
breast cancer. I just have one question. Does this part come back?
Does this come back? No.
Um,
Why does it not come back?
Yeah, Greg didn't actually want to be in the movie. He actually only came on as like a production assistant.
Ooh.
And in actuality, Greg was never offered a part on Malcolm in the Middle.
Was he not?
Cranston didn't begin directing until 2003, which is when the movie came out. So it would have been after the film had wrapped.
Why did they put that in then?
Just to add emotional tension to the shaving. Like in the book, Greg stated that he had a beard while filming The Room until Tommy Wiseau spontaneously decided he should shave it off for the tuxedo scene, and was hesitant to do so because he felt having a beard was his disguise and a key component to his room anonymity strategy.
Not a great strategy.
No. Well, it works. Like, some people aren't recognisable with the beard. It looked hilarious on Dave Franco's face as well. Like, it just looked like
fake beard.
fake beard.
Like the wig the other guy wears. The really obvious 90 boy band wig he's wearing.
Yeah. It's hilarious. In the film, Greg's love interest Amber is played by Dave Franco's real life wife, Alison Brie. Bastard took Alison Brie off the market. She's a beautiful human being.
Have you met her?
Yeah, we occasionally brunch.
Brunch? What's brunch?
It's a thing people in relationships do.
What time do you have brunch here?
After breakfast, before lunch.
What was that in? That was in something recently. The guy didn't know what brunch was. Justice League.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce said something about if I win, you have to take us all to brunch. Oh no, that was low. I like that film. James Franco recalled driving in Los Angeles after 2003, seeing the giant billboard of the film Wiseau rented for 5 years. Franco said he initially thought it might have been for a cult because the phone number on the billboard. The phone number would go to Wiseau's apartment, and there was a recording promoting the film, or he would sometimes answer and tell the caller where the film was on.
Okay.
This guy is insane. Like, he's fucking nuts. I don't want to say fair play to him because he seems like a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's kind of worked for him though.
it worked for him in that he made one movie. Like,
And now there's a movie about that movie.
yeah,
And it's a cult. It only made a couple of grand though in the movie.
yeah. It cost him. They don't actually know how much it cost him, but it was a couple of million, and it made $1,900 in its 5 years in the cinema.
That wasn't just the first few months. That was 5 years in the cinema.
$1,900. Yeah.
How did this 5 years in the cinema? Did you just keep buying it?
Yeah, you just keep renting the screen. Like.
Holy shit.
Michael Rusla, who is credited as patient zero for the room's cult phenomenon, snuck onto the set for the final scene and is one of the first audience members to high-five James as he runs down the aisle.
Nice.
Also, that was fictionalized. A lot of people left the premiere or like awkwardly sat there laughing or chuckling or cringing.
Oh, right, so just people left.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that went too well anyway.
The Disaster Artist is A24's first ever movie to be shown in IMAX screens in 100 locations during opening weekend. Also, in the room, the character of Peter, the glasses-wearing psychiatrist friend who falls down playing football, suddenly disappears, and a new character named Stephen appears in the movie with no introduction and speaking lines that would logically have made sense for Peter. However, the Disaster Artist film makes no mention of this and seemingly implies that Peter, played by Nathan Felder, was present the entire film.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's this random guy that... What? So he basically replaced someone.
I just didn't address it. Much like a sitcom would do it. But like a sitcom does it in a week-to-weeks type thing, so you would forget kind of what that person looked like, whereas he does it in the course of a 2-hour movie. So that's
How long is the room?
I don't know, man. I don't watch it. I don't want to watch it. Don't want to know.
If we ever do a live stream, we have to stream was watching the room.
Yeah, and Samurai Cop.
Yeah.
Or is it Samurai Cop?
Yeah, Samurai Cop with wigs.
Hilarious. James Franco won the Golden Globe for Best Actor for his performance. As Tommy Wiseau, he called out for his brother Dave Franco and the real Tommy Wiseau to the stage. Franco had to prevent Wiseau from taking the microphone, and related the story of how Wiseau was once stuck in a traffic jam caused by the Golden Globes ceremony, and out of frustration of not being invited to the ceremony, he came up with an idea to make his own movie, which became The Room.
That's why he came up with The Room.
That's probably one of the reasons. He's a fucking nutcase. Like,
I'm sure if we emailed them, we'd probably be able to talk to him pretty easy enough.
yeah, get him on the show. Really easy. It's not like he's fucking busy.
What else does he have to do? He wears 2 belts. He has time on his hands.
He has enough time to undo 2 belts. He's enough time to do anything.
He can have a 5-minute call. Have you seen the end credit though? After credit?
Yeah, where it's Tommy. That's one of the things is that he.
Loads of people didn't know it was him.
Tommy, yeah, because nobody knows what Tommy Wiseau looks like because he's fucking nobody.
People like James Franco was just talking to some guy at the end of the movie. Then I saw him like, oh no, that's Tommy Wiseau. He's like,
Tommy Wiseau himself appears in the post-credit scene.
Who is that? Was it the guy Jerry Franco's playing?
Yeah, that's the guy's. Oh my god, that character had a name as well. His name was Henry. The scene was written and filmed as one of the conditions for selling his life rights to the film.
That he got the end credit scene.
Yeah, where nothing happens, and it's kind of dumb.
Okay.
Yeah. Over 20 minutes of the room was painstakingly recreated for this film, including almost exact body movements.
Oh, that was impressive. Them, the side-by-side scenes.
Yeah, they were fucking great.
James Franco is...
You're tearing me apart, Lisa! It's the best moment in the room as well. Not that I know, because I haven't seen it. I've just seen that part loads of times.
I know, I love the fucking... hey Tommy, I didn't know it was you. Oh, hey, you're my favourite customer. Hey, bye, doggy. I love that scene. It's so bad.
In actuality, Greg had no interest in acting in the room, as I said, and originally only intended to serve as the film's line producer. Tommy Wiseau had cast a different actor to play Mark. Wiseau spontaneously decided the night before filming began that he wanted Greg to play the role, and Greg reluctantly accepted after Wiseau offered him a substantial pay rise and new car. Rather than telling the original actor that he had been replaced, Wiseau had him come to set, perform his scenes for weeks, but instructed the camera crew not to roll any film. The dude's insane. Like, he had to have paid that guy from to still come. Like.
Oh, for weeks.
For weeks. The scene between Greg and Tommy during the premiere of The Room was largely an invention of the film. Blah, 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 blah. Robin Parr stated in an interview in the Entertainment Weekly in 2008 that most of the audience was crying with laughter. Greg was also said in the Q&A screens that people who attended were disappointed but amused, while some walked out with negative comments heard by both Tommy and Greg. Like, the dude's just insane, man. Oh, I'm at the end of it. In the film, Greg is surprised that Sandy Schler, whoever Seth Rogen is playing, is not accompanying them on the final shooting days in San Francisco. In reality, Sandy had left the production long before then to work on a project with... Yeah, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Also omitted from the film, Tommy Wiseau had fired the original cinematographer Raphael Smadje after numerous disputes, and similarly shortly thereafter fired another Graham Footer-Fass before Todd Barron completed the film. The standing ovation in the pyramid was fictionalized but represents the future reception when the film became a cult hit. The real reaction of the first audience was uncomfortable silence, awkward laughter, described by one actress as like trying not to laugh in church, and some people simply walked out of the theatre. The after party was equally awkward as guests tried to avoid discussing the film. It was not until then college student Michael Rousselet saw it in an empty theatre and realised how unintentionally hilarious it was. He called his friends to come watch it the next screening, and the word of mouth quickly spread.
Same thing happened with the Cloaks movie. That didn't really good. That only worked on foot and mouth.
Foot and mouth. It spread like a disease, some would say. Yeah, so what did you think of The Room?
I like The Disaster Artist.
Whatever.
I really liked it. I laughed through most of the movie. Even the weird sex scene I thought was funny.
Oh, it was fucking weird. I'm in the fucking shit mark on the man's ass.
Like, who's on Tommy's ass?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is there a shit mark on that?
Well, it's like a stain or something. It's really weird looking. It's not an attractive butt, and it's not an attractive butt at all. Tommy Wiseau's a fucking weird dude, man.
I don't know why he had his own toilet.
Because he's a weird dude! Nothing about Tommy Wiseau impresses upon me that he is of sound mind in any respect. Like, he's just insane. Like it's like he lives in a fictionalized version of the world, but unfortunately is also living here, now, with us. Also, if he's a vampire, he became a vampire at the ugliest possible moment in his life. Like, the man looks like he hit every branch in the ugly tree on the way down. Like, now I'm just being really mean.
We can't get into it often now. We just can't talk like this.
I don't care. Like, he's just a weird guy. Like, I'm not even impressed. Like, I normally would be impressed, but I'm not impressed because of how much of a dick this movie made him look.
Yeah, but he signed off on it.
Yeah, because he's a dick and a fucking weirdo.
Oh, I can't believe he signed off on this movie.
I can. He made money. He made him relevant.
So have you heard any of the theories of how he made his money?
No, what are the theories?
Some of the theories is he used to sell everything. Sell jeans, sell belts, sell everything. He came over the country from wherever, completely broke, and he just had a few things and he sold. He'd ship them from wherever he was from and he'd sell them at a higher price. And then he got to the point that he can hire people to do that for him. I suppose that's how he made his money. Or he's from a royal family somewhere in Europe. And he's just loaded.
Surely someone would be like, yeah, he's our son at this stage then.
No, probably not.
There's not that many royal families in Europe, Kevin.
I know, but like a royal family, not even like royal, or just a rich family who's just like, I son went missing a few years ago, but he still
just
uses
left
bank.
it. Like.
We still use his bank account. Are we done? Because we're both looking at our phones.
Yeah, well, I think we were a bit done. This movie kind of, like, I found it entertaining, but by Christ. No, actually, I don't know where to go with that because I did actually find this fairly entertaining. Like,
Yeah, it's a good movie.
yeah,
Tommy Wiseau is a fucking psycho.
yeah, he is. He's
Psycho killer, cash guy.
like, he has the face of a villain. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that he wouldn't want to be the villain, but
Be the villain if you look like a villain.
yeah,
be a villain.
like Christopher Lee. Like, I'm sure Christopher Lee didn't want to be Dracula, but like, he did a great job of it.
Yeah, but he killed people.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
as an SAS hero.
SAS hero?
Yeah, he's in the SAS.
Sorry, something of the SS.
Yes, because Christopher Lee, well-known German operative. Okay,
Well, where was he originally from?
Christopher Lee,
Yeah.
the English actor I just said was in the SAS.
What was he English?
Yes,
You sure?
positive.
Do you want to check it?
No,
I don't think he's English.
could have been American, maybe.
I thought he was from Europe somewhere.
No, because he was the first ever. He was the only actor in Lord of the Rings to have met like J.R.R. Tolkien.
What? That doesn't mean he's English.
Yeah, well, like he served in the army, you know.
Right? I thought he was born somewhere else.
He died in London. That doesn't mean he's English either. But like,
I thought he was just.
was an English character actor, singer.
Oh right. Actually, did it say he was born in England? Old man Wikipedia.
Born Christopher Frank Carandini Lee. Born Belgravia, London, England.
Ah.
Yeah! Fuck you, Kevin.
I always thought he was from
Germany?
No, not Germany. I thought he was from somewhere in Europe. He had
Yeah, England.
a fun voice.
An English one.
I can't believe he was in a metal band.
I can. Christopher Lee's amazing. See, Tommy Wiseau, just become Christopher Lee.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah,
Be born before cameras and do a load of Dracula films. I think he was Dracula 22 times, something ridiculous.
He's done a lot. He's
done a lot.
he
God
did a
knows
lot.
he's tried.
He's dead now.
God knows he's tried. Oh, what's the next line of that fucking song?
I don't know, man.
God knows I've tried.
Anyway, thank you for listening to our video while Kev tries to remember the lyrics to a song I've never heard of.
Rocky Horror.
Oh, in a movie I've never seen.
Really?
Never seen Rocky Horror. I don't watch a lot of cult films.
I only saw Rocky Horror as a kid, and went Rocky Horror, and do you know what's on right after it? Evil Dead 2 for some reason. They were movies I watched when I was a kid at 8 and 9, and then discovered Rocky Horror years later is a fucking comedy. Didn't know it was a comedy.
Isn't the film about transvestite vampires?
No.
Are they not like vampires in space or something like
They're
that?
from space, but not vampires.
Where are they?
Just people from space.
And they're just transvestites?
Yeah.
Oh. That makes more sense.
It's a comedy, and I didn't realize it's a comedy because
You didn't realise it was a comedy and people
the references went over my head.
Yeah. What were the references to?
Like Michael Rennie was ill the day the earth stood still. Like, that's the day the earth stood still. Flash Gordon was there. There's a lot. Fay Ray and King Kong. There's loads of references to old stuff. I didn't realise it was a comedy until I was like 15, seeing it for the 100th time, and someone said it's a comedy. I was like, oh my god, that makes so much more sense.
Just Kevin living life the wrong way.
Well, I've been watching it since I was like 8.
And never twigged that it was
Yeah,
a piss take, even though
I didn't realise it was a comedy.
like one of the chaps is like in a corset in Ireland.
Yeah, well, he just wants to be comfortable.
Nothing about what that man is wearing is comfortable.
I think well, he wants to express himself, let him be him. I've had that.
You know what? That's a healthy attitude.
Yeah,
Kevin.
and I've had that attitude since I've been 8. I was like, yeah, I don't see the problem
We're
with that.
considering that was at the beginning of time. That's
It's like
Kevin and Tommy Wiseau, both the same age.
yeah, it's like Bowie's The Man Who Sold the World. People supposedly had such a big problem with it. I was like, what's the problem with the album cover? Then I knew he was in a dress, but I never saw he was in a dress as like he's in a dress. It's very American. The American cover was changed.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, transvestites, oh, no. Even though it's a very English kind of comedy thing to do, men dress as women. I've had a good, healthy look at life for a very long time. Suit you, sir. Suit you, sir.
Okay.
I love the way he's like, but he was in drag. I'm like, and he's comfortable.
That's a fair counter argument to that. Okay, so
He's
if
more
you like
open-minded.
the bisexual or the heterosexual, okay, if you liked the Rocky Horror Picture Show, leave a like.
Oh, we had to do an episode then.
Of Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
We can do a stream where we just watch it.
Yeah.
And we'll just post the stream to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Won't get taken down by anyone.
Yeah. Like, it's really funny about the guy who wrote it. He wrote it because he got kicked off a different show, and then like 40 years later, he came out as a transvestite, and everyone went,
Oh.
"Yeah, we thought that was we
We
guessed
know.
that. You wrote a show about being open and free. Don't dream it. Be it is one of your songs. We kind of guessed.
Yeah.
Well, why?
Okay. If you want to leave a comment guessing how old Tommy Wiseau is, and we'll pick a winner in the comments.
Yeah. Well, you can have a chance to win our friendship
Yes. And possibly hugs, depending on how sick we are.
and where you live. Because if you live in Australia, you might be waiting a while.
I'd fly to Australia for...
You know, people who think the world is flat don't believe in Australia. I just found that out.
They must have a really good time with boomerangs then.
Yeah.
Kangaroos are an invention of
Did you hear
the...
about there's a rapper who's trying to make $1 million to send a rocket up to prove the Earth is flat?
Alright, I'm ending the video
Yeah.
now. Thank you and goodbye.